We're gonna start with the baked list because that's what we do here. Okay, it's basically this is our version of NFL recap. Okay, baked. Miles Garrett. I'm sorry, but like, not really. You signed those papers. You signed that contract to come back. Everyone warned you that you would be dumb to do that, and you chose the money. Your fault. Jonathan Taylor, best running back I've seen in a long, long time. I know the Colts O line is so good. I understand that, but that's something else, man. He's insane. He's fast as hell. Like balance is
I mean,
unreal.
I saw a play on Twitter yesterday that I thought summed it up pretty well. The Colts O-line did such a good job of run blocking on one play. It was literally like the Red Sea parted. He had like 15 yards to just go.
Yeah, and it's a house call every time almost. It's terrifying playing that team. Trust me, the Chargers played them last week, and it was not fun. Um, Colts O-line and Pittman. Pittman had a really good game, very underrated game that no one's talking about. He was just destroying the Titans left and right, but fun, good for him. Herbert, welcome back. I This woman right here is the reason he's doing so well. Congratulations to my boy. Happy. Hopefully she
Dude,
doesn't break his heart.
genuinely, who has it better than him right now? There can't be
Nobody.
many people.
Nobody. There's literally no one better like has it better than him right now. He went to the Lakers game, a Halloween party, and the Dodgers game all in like 3 days. Who is this guy? I've never seen him this happy before. She must be, you know what I'm saying,
I've
putting
like
it
never
down.
seen him smile before.
I've seen him smile, but like not like this. He's like cheesing, like in public. That's insane. Kimani Vidal looked like a RB1 out there. I don't know what's going on. Joe Alt and the O line, Chargers O line. Welcome back. Mahomes, I guess, even though he threw 2 picks, but he did win the game in the second half. It wasn't that impressive. I mean, the Commanders were beat up and they were putting up a fight. So, um, Tua, welcome back. The Falcons just made you look unreal. 4 touchdowns. Waddles, good for him. Josh Allen, I guess. Um, Ty Huntley really outplayed Caleb Williams. Huh. Okay.
This,
Did,
this that was the Bears' chance to really just break out, and they, unfortunately for them, they did the same old Bears thing right there and just fell apart. Like,
well,
if the Bears win that game, we're talking playoffs for them probably after this week. Like, the conversation shifts from, oh, maybe they could win 7, 8 games to this is a playoff contender right here. And Baltimore's season's basically over if they have 6 losses because they're gonna have to be next to perfect the rest of the way out. But this was a huge momentum builder for Baltimore to win without Lamar, and for Chicago, it's tough. It is. Like, I don't know.
dude, my question
Obviously,
is
you
how
have
is
a
the
chance to,
Bears not better than the Vikings
but
right now?
I mean, they are technically by like a win, but Minnesota is so cooked right now, just with their quarterback situation too. But yeah.
Dude, they just play JJ. I know they want to wait till he's 100%, but you don't have time for that. Dude, I'm
Well,
trying to.
Carson Wentz just went on injured reserve, so they either have to play their new rookie Max Brosmer or JJ McCarthy. So my guess is that they go with McCarthy, but
I was
I
trying to
mean, I
say
would
this
hope
last
that's how
Friday,
he's
man. It
playing.
doesn't make any sense. Like they don't. They could have gotten Aaron Rodgers or something out of this, but they decided to go that route of Carson Wentz and JJ McCarthy and whatever the rookie's name is. Like it just it's not impressive to me, man. They're doing like they're pulling their best impression of the Browns situation. Not as bad, obviously, because they're actually trying to win, but like it's still bad. Um,
Well, they went
the Harbaughs,
14.
both of them, both coached out of their minds this week. Oh, good.
I was gonna say the Vikings, like, well, I'll just be quick on this. They were 14-3 last year and have one of the best rosters, arguably in the league. Besides, especially on offense, besides the quarterback position, it just puzzles me why they're not really trying to improve at that spot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough, I guess, to feel that quarterback spot. There's a lot of quarterback injuries this year too, which is unfortunate. The Harbaughs. I'm happy to say that they both coached a great game this weekend, especially the Ravens Harbaugh. Injured Lamar, all those injuries in their team, and he decides to actually pull out a win against the Bears. Good job. Aaron Glenn. Wow. I don't even know. I don't even to say for Aaron Glenn, dude. He just played out of his mind, or he coached out of his mind for the Jets to beat the Bengals. And I don't even know what to say about the Bengals, bro. They're just so bad. Can
Get
you hear
David
me all
on
right?
here to talk. Kind of, sort of. Let's get David on here one of these times to talk about the Bengals. 'Cause that would be something.
Dude, I'm gonna try. He's only available. He's only available like later in the week, which sucks, but we'll see. um, Stroud, CJ Stroud, I guess. Xavier Hutchinson, the wide receiver on the Texans. Good for him. George Kittle and Kyle Pitts and Tucker Kraft. Happy tight ends day. Tucker Kraft was ridiculous, dude. Talk to me a little bit about Tucker Kraft, dude.
So Tucker Kraft is like a less Gronkowski version of Gronk, I think. Like he's not Gronk, but I think the archetype is very much the same, where they're just a hard-nosed, tough guy. You see Kraft just dragging defenders. There were what, three or four of them he was just dragging to the end zone a couple of times. I mean, he's the best skill player on this Packers team. Like Christian Watson, I think is very important to this team, and we saw that on Sunday with how the offense performed as opposed to weeks 1 through was it yesterday week 8 already?
Yeah, we get.
I think it was. Yeah, as opposed from weeks 1 through 7 to week 8, how important he is. But I think Tucker Kraft is the biggest part of this offense. I mean, you see it. The guy's he's a stud, is what he is. 7 catches, over 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, just dragging defenders down the field. He's got that tough mentality that some people in the NFL these days just don't have. He's athletic, he's fast, he's big, he can drag you to the end zone. Like they need to be getting him the ball at least 5 to 10 times per game. I think he's got to be the number one target going forward for Green Bay.
I like that. I like that a lot. Jordan Love looked like a top 5 quarterback, even though he's not. Micah Parsons, welcome back as well. Jackson Dart. I will get to Skittles in a minute. But Jackson Dart, you still played a good game. 2 touchdowns for you. 1 passing and 1 rushing, I believe. Good for him. Jalen Hurts. We'll get to you also in a second because not a good look on Sunday. But anyways, you had a great game, and Saquon had a great game, and Devontae Smith had a great game. But there's a certain formation that I've been
Oh
defending
boy.
that's just not a good look. Okay. Jack Bond, great game from him. Boner Nix, good game. You destroyed the Cowboys. That's exactly what I expect out of you. The Cowboys just suck. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know how you guys tied with them either. I still have to figure that out myself. I have to go back and watch highlights and understand how you tied. J.K. Dobbins and Franklin on the Broncos. Good for them. Broncos defense. Javonte Williams. He actually played really good against that defense. The rest of it. Christian Watson. Loki had a great game.
He did.
I
I will
85 yards,
yeah.
4 receptions. That's pretty damn good.
I mean, they got him implemented, and the thing about him is too, he's a deep threat where like
Right.
I mean, that's just what he's good at. He takes the top off a defense where like someone else like I don't really think anyone else on the team does that as well as he does. Like we
Yeah.
saw that last year even at times where they struggled to throw the ball deep when Watson wasn't out there, but when he's out there, man, this offense just takes a step. Now,
I
is he the
think
best receiver or the most impactful on this team? I don't think so, but he just adds an element that no one else does.
I think he came back and proved that he's number 1 wide receiver number 1. That's my personal opinion. Christian Watson had a great game. Kelsey and Rice both went nuclear in the second half last night. Scary Terry had an unbelievable catch, 2 catches actually. Drake May and them, good for them, the Patriots. Chimere DK, welcome. I mean, he played actually pretty damn good against the Colts, who's the best team in the NFL currently. Cam Moore didn't play that bad, but he's still not good. I wouldn't consider him baked at the moment. He's getting there. Brees Hall, Jesus, I mean, he's the sole reason they came back that game. I know Justin Fields had a great game, kind of, but
I
Brees
mean,
Hall,
Brees was never the problem in that team.
well, he just needs to get traded like Garrett Wilson. But
Yeah.
that's another conversation. Flacco also had a great game, but he got injured. But yeah, Brees Hall, please come to the Chargers or something. Like you and Marion Hampton would just be amazing. Anyways, cooked. We're on to the cook list. Steven Stefanski, you are like you need to be banished. I am sick of you. I'm going to go on a quick rant because Dylan Gabriel is right under you, and the Browns just suck. Myles Garrett, this is your fault. You gave this team hope that they could win something because you decided to come back and said, "Hey, we can win. I know this team, this organization wants to win." No, they don't. Because if they did, why do they still have Steven Stefanski as coach? Why is Shedeur Sanders good one moment? And why are you asking the Jets for a second round pick for Shedeur Sanders when he hasn't played, when you drafted him in the 5th round? Like, why? This makes no sense. You draft a quarterback to back up Dylan Gabriel, which makes no sense. First of all, you won't trade him, you won't play him, so you don't want to win. What is the point? Steven Stefanski, the Browns organization. You asked the Jets for a second round pick. Obviously, that's blasphemous. They say no, probably. And then he comes out the next day. Oh, his back's tightened up. We can't. He's inactive. Oh, so you're not gonna trade him now because that's your excuse for not trading him because now he's injured. Get out of here, dude. Steven Stefanski is pathetic.
I mean, Shador will start by the end of the year. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I mean, Dylan Gabriel has clearly shown that he's not the guy. Flacco's out the door. Deshaun Watson's out for the year. Just give him a shot. Why not? I mean, what do you got to lose at this point? The offense is very dysfunctional, no matter who's been the quarterback so far. Just give him a chance. If he's even passable, I think he's got a good future because of how bad this offensive line is, and the skill position group, besides Judkins, has been underwhelming too.
Like, listen, dude. Like, I want Shador to start, but what's the point at this point? Like, this is gonna make him look bad. I genuinely believe that. Like, he would look better if he got traded to the Jets, who just won their first game, because Aaron Glenn is actually a good coach and he wants to win. Like, sending Shador to New York would have been beautiful. I mean, but they're asking for a second round pick. Why? Why would you ask for a second round
They
pick?
drafted him in what, the 5th or 6th?
That calls for like a 7th or 6th round pick. Not even.
I mean, I think this is a prime example of why the Browns will always just be terrible because they're so unserious. They won't fire Stefanski, even though he's doing nothing for them right now. He's supposed to be an offensive mind, and he's everything but that. His team is being carried by his defense. He's refusing to start Sanders. They don't address the offensive line. The skill position group is so mid besides Quinshon Judkins, and mid is
Trade
generous.
trade trade Jerry Judy, man. Trade him too. Shit.
They're an unserious organization. There's a reason why bad teams stay bad, and they're a prime example of that.
Moving on, because I'm sick of them. Caleb Williams, welcome back. You were pretty trash that game. I just didn't like what I saw. I'm not gonna lie. Who's calling plays for this man? Yeah, Ben Johnson. Not a good look for you, buddy. You were getting outplayed by the second strings on the Ravens defense.
I
Bad
mean,
luck.
I don't think Ben Johnson is the problem here. I think the problem so far this year has been the fact that Caleb Williams is statistically the most inaccurate quarterback in the entire NFL. I think that has more to do with it. He schemes open a wide open DJ Moore. Now, I know they would have had to have 5 things go right at the end of the game to win, but he missed him wide open in the end zone. Like, that just can't happen. That's inexcusable, and that's not on Ben Johnson.
Sounds about right. The Bengals. Bad look. Really bad look. Like, it's got to be one of the worst feelings ever to give up the first win to a winless team. That's got to be like all time worst feelings.
How long do you think they give Zach Taylor?
Look, Zach Taylor is getting bailed right now. You got to understand this, bro. Like, he should have been fired last year for not making playoffs with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins all healthy. And his defense is just atrocious. I get it. That's probably the excuse why they didn't fire him, so they can give him a chance to make up for it, but they did nothing. and now Joe Burrow's out. So Zach Taylor's getting another pass. I say he's got this to this year. If you can compete with Joe Flacco and get them to a place where they can compete and maybe get the 7th seed, then he won't get fired. But if he doesn't make playoffs again, dude, I think it's over for him. I'll be honest. But then again,
I mean, I also
who's to
think
hire?
that
Who are they going to
their
hire though?
GM that's the problem.
Mike McCarthy?
And I mean, it wouldn't be terrible. I think their GM might arguably be a bigger problem because that roster construction is so flawed. They have most of their money in 4 guys: Higgins, Chase, Burrow, and Hendrickson. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you doing? There's no room to build the offensive line, no room to build out the defense. You just got to pray that guys out of the draft just start playing well, and it hasn't happened.
Whoa,
You made
welcome.
it in.
We're on the cooked list. We're on. We just talked about Caleb Williams and how shitty he is. Sorry.
I
Look,
think it was just a bad week. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't wanna say too much about him or give him um, too much bad stuff because just 1 week. But he did not quiet the haters this past week. So
Chris said he's the most inaccurate quarterback in the NFL currently.
No,
So,
that's statistically true. I'm
yeah.
not saying that like as an opinion.
No, I
That's
know.
what
That's what I mean.
that's
Yeah.
saying.
he can't. I was just talking about that. Yeah, what was that? Last year over the weekend after the game, and he can't hit the over the shoulder pass. He can't drop it in the breadbasket. He can't have a receiver run down the field and drop it over the shoulder. He can't do it. It's always over the middle. It's always um, a dart has to be over the middle, a out route, a screen pass, or throwing behind the line of scrimmage. You don't see him dropping it over the head, over the shoulder. You never see
Well,
it.
we'll move on. We just talked about the Bengals and their organization, how pathetic they looked against the Jets.
Terrible.
Carson Wentz looked like Geno, but hurt. So it was just worse. The tush push. All right, here we are. All right, listen. I have been a firm like believer of the tush push. Like if you can't stop it, shut up and just try to stop it. And the Giants did stop it, but then it got called back and said that they were, it was called dead. That's pathetic. Like he wasn't down, his knee wasn't down. The progression was not finished. Forward progress was not finished. You got a fumble. You snatched it right out of his hand, and they called it dead. Mm,
I mean,
I'm not going for that. I didn't like it. And then there's also Lane Johnson just not getting called for holds. Like this is ridiculous. Like he does this every play, by the way. Like the Eagles are getting kind of exposed. And I'm an Eagles guy, man. Like I like the Eagles because they beat the Chiefs last year, and they're also just a well-run organization, in my opinion. But this tush push and these linemen getting bailed out are just it's a bad look, man. And I don't. I'm still a believer in the tush push because they did stop it. They did stop it, and that's all you can ask for. But you can't call that dead. You can't. That's not fair.
I mean, my thought on it is if you're going to keep it, that's fine. I don't mind having a play that is basically unstoppable because your team is just so good at running it. There's other teams that have attempted it too, where they've tried and they've failed. However, you got to be able to officiate the play properly. There's multiple times where guys will get away with false starts. They're lined up in the neutral zone. Like, this is stuff that just can't happen. Like, guys are lining up in front of the ball with their helmets. I mean, and then the fumble thing was just icing on the cake for that. Like, you just got to find a better way to officiate it so that it can stick around. Otherwise, it's going to be this every single time.
Jalen,
About
the tush push.
It's a good question because the Bears don't use it or the Broncos. Um,
Look, no one can use it. No one else
Well,
can use it. The
most
Bills
teams
try to use
don't.
it. The Bills
the
try to use it.
Bills
The
do. The
Steelers,
Bills do a good job of using it. They just, Josh Allen just,
he
just
sucks at it.
pushes his way through. But it's not really a tush push for them. It's more like just a QB steak. I mean, it's one of those plays where it's just unstoppable. I mean, no matter how you look at it. Like people say it should be banned. No, we're not doing that. We're not taking plays out of people's book. We're not changing the rules and bending the rules to try to, make someone stop doing something. No, just find a way to stop it. It's gonna be a while, but just find a way to stop it. That's all.
You got
I
to
look
find a
at
way,
it.
man. Like you got to find a way to get past these refs when it comes
That's
to
like I
stopping it.
can't throw the ball deep no more than 5, 6 times a game when that's all we do. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
That's how I
All
look
right.
at it.
Moving on. Andy Dalton, trash. Panthers without Bryce, trash. Rico and Hubbard, what happened to them? Like Hubbard comes back and they just become terrible. Like Rico should be destroying teams still.
Rico needs to be the running back one.
I agree.
Well,
I don't
the
know
thing
why they
is, right?
decided to move on.
They paid Hubbard, so they're gonna, and I want to say he's a team captain, so they're gonna give him his touches no matter
That
what.
makes
I
sense,
mean,
actually.
do I agree with it? No, because
Politics.
Rico was. I picked up Rico off waivers in a fantasy league, so
Yeah, dude. Same.
I'm cool with him getting all the touches in the world, but they're gonna
Yeah,
give Hubbard
yeah.
touches at the end of the day.
Yeah, politics.
Skittles, your ankle got dislocated, my friend. I love you. You are a joy to watch play football as running back connoisseur. I love running backs, and you are the definition of the running back that I love to watch. Get better. Prayers up. Falcons, welcome to hell. Trash against the Dolphins. Kirk Cousins, you clearly can't lead a team anymore to win a game. Bijan, what happened? You just lost your offensive player of the year spot to Jonathan Taylor, and well, Jahmyr Gibbs didn't play this week, but still him too.
How about that? Beat me having him not do all that, and I was beat David by 3 yards.
Oh yeah, that's we'll pull up that stat in a little while.
I
that
mean,
was a crazy
I think
fantasy.
He the one that started talking to Ish. I just said, not so fast.
That's what David does, man. Can
Like,
bite him in the butt sometimes.
not so fast.
Can I just say that Atlanta might be like football's version of the Chicago Bulls right now, even though the Bulls started out really well this year so far? Just kind of like pinned to mediocrity. I mean, they are. Like the Bulls of the last few years. If the
We'll
Bulls
get to
start
NBA
out
stuff.
really well this year, I'll eat my words. But I mean, they're just kind of stuck like in that play-in, like not quite good enough to make a run. Like I think Raheem Morris is part of the problem too. I don't think he's a very good coach. He wasn't his first time around either. Their defense is mid. Offense has some good players on it, but they're not really able to perform week in and week out. They've had good performances against good teams like the Bills, for example, and they beat the Commanders. But they're deep. But then they go out and lose, get blown out by the Dolphins. Like, what's going on here, guys? Come on.
Hey, sign Mike McCarthy to the Falcons. Maybe we can see some offensive explosions. Who knows? Mariota, you started off so well, then you just shit the bed away. Debo, trash. Caused a pick on the first drive of the game. Lost all momentum. Brian Kelly, yeah, you suck. Good riddance. You're fired from LSU. $20 million on your team and 3 losses before November. You know the last time a team spent $20 million on their team, and that was last year with Ohio State, and they won the national championship. Hey, Ryan, they did it. I mean, Saban did it. He was able to build teams within his first year, and look what they did. I mean, it's just Brian Kelly. You deserve.
I mean, what
there's absolutely nothing.
I mean, this also. I hate to bring up Wisconsin here, but how does Luke Fickell still have it? Like this week wasn't horrible against Oregon. I don't think they played that bad, but like 2-6. There's multiple head coaches that are doing a way better job than he is that are getting fired with bigger buyouts. I may add. Brian Kelly's buyout is bigger. James Franklin's buyout is bigger.
Dude.
These guys are actually winning games, and Luke Fickell's still here. I don't get it. I don't.
They're losing so much money in Madison just because of that football team losing every week. It's actually kind of crazy.
Well, now, I mean, they're off this week, but the week after that, they're at home. That's not going to be a sellout. They're going to have to give away tickets to get people to go to that. Students don't want to go.
Yeah.
Fans
they have to lower ticket
go.
prices, and it's losing so much money. It sucks.
I mean, like, you could probably go to that game, including fees, for like $5, which is unthinkable a couple of years ago.
Yeah. The Saints, welcome back. Spencer Rattler, Tyler Show, or whatever his name is, the guy that got drafted over Shador.
Tyler Shuck.
I call him Snow because that's how he played. Just trash. Anyways, CMC, welcome to hell. I don't know where you were, but you got destroyed. Mac Jones, welcome to hell. The Titans are a disgrace to watch. Not happy to see them play. DK Metcalf, we need more out of you. Come on. Pittsburgh. Wow. Pittsburgh, excuse me. Swiss cheese defense. Unbelievably trash. That's the cooked or baked. This is cooked. Mike Tomlin, I'm sick of watching you coach. Recently, you've just not been good. Josh Jacobs kind of sucked this game. Not gonna lie. He was getting destroyed up the middle. Even though he scored. TJ Watt, he kind of sucks. I'm being honest. This year kind of sucks. He kind of
I think
does.
the rest of that defense is just as bad, if not worse, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I
He
don't
causes
understand
no pressure though. You see Micah do it on the Packers.
I
TJ
mean,
Watt's
true,
able to do it.
true. You're not wrong. Zach Tom's also a very good offensive lineman, but
Right.
I think Pittsburgh as a whole, man. Am I crazy to say, like, at what point do we have the Mike Tomlin conversation?
We don't. We're not gonna have it, unfortunately. to
Dude,
be honest with you.
I think it might be time soon because that
Time to move on
roster's
for
not
sure.
going. I think they've maxed out their potential. Like, there's
But you
just,
can't. How do you fire a coach who makes playoffs every year?
I mean,
Yeah, you
that's the
can't do
problem.
that.
Like, I mean, I
Your-
think
your
if he
team
misses
being-
the playoffs, then you
I
can
don't think
have
he's
it.
missing
But
it. I don't think he's missing it though.
my thing is, like, they're treading water. They haven't won a playoff game in almost 10 years. Do they make it every year? Yes. Do they do anything? Heck no. They get blown out every single time.
I know the Bears would rather have him be in the playoffs every season. Colts, I think, will love that, right?
Yeah. Dak, welcome back. Trash. Debo, I think I pushed you already. But you're trash. Double trash. Dan Quinn, not trusting his kicker, going for fourth down every time. Now through our collage of pictures. You guys are so lucky. You're like insanely lucky. I just gotta put that out there. It was shits and giggles last week. It was all shits and giggles last week. Now it's all out in the nah. Keep that same energy.
I mean, it's that defense.
I love these unis. We need to bring these back for like.
Dude, those are so much better than those yellow ones that they wore
Well,
a couple weeks ago. Oh god, those were disgusting. But those, I think the Chargers have some of the best uniforms in the league, but those yellow ones were terrible.
Speaking of yellow, the fuck is this?
Oh gosh.
What is this?
That's the worst uniform I think I've ever seen.
This is funny. Just like piss, played like shit. Typical TJ Watt performance. Love it. Look how beautiful these look. Look at this. Why do we not have these like fully? Fun little stat for you guys. Kind of weird. I don't know if I like it very much, but kind of weird.
That's actually a kind of crazy stat.
That's a crazy stat, right?
Yeah, it is.
This is wild also. Kind of proves you guys' point of JSN for being the best in the league. Hey, I can't really argue with it. I can't argue with it right now, bro. It might be the best in the league right now. The Browns offense has 13 touchdowns, while Jonathan Taylor has 14 in the year. Crazy stat. Real talk. NFL is a brotherhood. Mike Tomlin called out Andrew Berry for the Joe Flacco trade. Mike Vrabel called out Kevin Stefanski. Gimmick plays. Those sort of things don't normally happen. Very true. And we already got to these. And you missed this, Jalen. She got my QB out like in public at the Dodgers game, which we're about to get to in a second. Doesn't happen very often. But
lucky man, I say he is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Well, that's the cooked and baked list. Went a little bit longer than usual because there's so much going on.